Hi everybody, how is it going? It's your girl Dana here. I know it's been a really long time since I have put out a video, and I'm so sorry. Thank you all very much for still viewing previous videos and stuff like that, guys. First off, I hope everyone had a absolute wonderful holidays, Thanksgiving, Christmas, and a Happy New Year. I hope everyone had a good one, and I hope you enjoyed it. Now, down to business. Reason why I haven't been doing videos as of late is because of work, for one. The absolute main reason is I'm not sure if any of y'all have been heard anything about any bus wreck accident in Alexander County of North Carolina. There was a driver which was impaired at 7:30 in the morning, and she had two grandchildren with her in the car. She dropped one child off at the middle school where my daughter goes to school at, and the other grandchild that she had with her in the car, as she left the school, she was going around the curve and she went left to the center lane and she hit my daughter's bus. The bus ended up going off the road, hitting an embankment, and flipping. There was 19 children on the bus. Thankfully, all of the children are alive, including the child that was in the car with the woman that caused the wreck. 6 of the children that was on the bus, they went back to school. No injuries reported. 13 of the other children had to end up being transported to the hospital. They were divided up and sent to 3 community hospitals in the area. My daughter was sent to the hospital in Lenoir along with another little girl. Couple hours later, 2 children were sent to Brenner's Children's Hospital in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. One of which was my daughter. The other one was my daughter's best friend. My daughter's best friend was released later on that evening, the same day the accident happened. My daughter was admitted into Brenner's Hospital, listed under critical condition. She had suffered 5 broken ribs, a compression fracture to her lower spine, and both of her lungs were punctured, and her left wrist was sprained. I'll show you guys a couple of pictures that were taken throughout the period. This happened on Monday, on the 17th, at 7:30 a.m. Like I said, 6 children went to school after work so their parents could come pick them up. 13 other children was escorted by bus or by ambulance to 3 county hospitals around the area. 2 children out of the 13 was transported by ambulance to Brenner's Children's Hospital. All of this on a Monday. By evening hours on that Monday, one child was released from Brenner's to go home, and the last child remaining, which was my daughter, was admitted into Brenner's with critical condition injuries. We were at the hospital for 3 days. We went in on Monday. We was released Wednesday, or she was released on Wednesday. Alright, so this is one picture of my baby girl. See, she's got the oxygen mask on. She's got the neck brace. Here's another picture. Oxygen mask, neck brace. And here she is on, I believe that was Tuesday evening. They did take the oxygen mask off. They took the neck brace off. And now she is just in this chest and back bracing that she has to wear all the time now. Anybody that's ever had any broken ribs, there's really not much they can do for it. The compression fracture is what the chest and back brace is for. It's to keep her from moving. She's not allowed to pick anything up. She has to wear this brace 24/7, guys. Like, I feel so bad for my little girl. I love her so much, and I am just thankful to the good Lord that she is alive. I'm thankful that all the children are alive. Other kids walked away with, I think there was a couple kids with broken collarbones, or clavicles is what they call them. I think 1 or 2 had a broken wrist. I know one little girl's knee was ripped open pretty bad. Needed stitches. And some others had some bruises and, minor scrapes and cuts. And a lot of them, I would say all of them, had some sort of traumatic experience from it, the whole ordeal. My daughter, she is my hero. I've heard some stories from some of the other kids I was on the bus saying that she held herself up over top of another little girl to keep from crushing the little girl, and then 2 other girls fell on top of my daughter, and she still held herself up plus those other 2 girls to keep from crushing that little girl that was under her. Once the bus had stopped flipping, 2 boys got out of the bus somehow, and got the emergency hatch open. And my daughter, I was told this by other kids, that my daughter was on the inside of the bus, helping all the children up into the back of the bus, while the 2 boys on the outside of the bus was helping the kids out of the bus. And then my daughter was the last one off the bus. When I got to the scene of the accident, my daughter would not sit down. She'd tell me, she couldn't breathe if she sat down. She was just hurting too bad to sit down. When an EMT would try to check her out, she would say, no. You check on everybody else. Make sure everybody else is okay first. And I'd be like, Katie, you need to let them check you out, you know. She's like, no, Mom. No. I'm fine. I'm okay. And so one lady did finally check her out. She looked like she was coughing up blood, but she had bit her tongue in a couple spots. So the lady was just like, I think it's just where she bit her tongue. And you know, her shoulders and stuff were probably just hurting where she got jarred around real bad. And, you know, just because Katie was up walking around, you know, and wouldn't sit down and was checking on everybody else, she wouldn't let them check on her. She walked around that entire accident scene and was checking on every child that was on that bus. She was checking on the bus driver, making sure everybody was okay. And she was like, look, after you take care of them, then you can check on me. And then it turned out that she was the worst one out of all of them hurt. The day after the accident happened, when we were sitting in the hospital, she looked at me and she said, Mom, you know, I'm glad I'm the one that was hurt the worst. That way no one else has to deal with it. That warmed my heart. Like, it warmed my heart. It brought tears to my eyes. I was so proud. I'm so proud of her. She's my hero. Like, the words are undescribable. Like, I can't even explain how much of a hero she is to me. How proud I am of her. Her bravery. And, I mean, she's ready to get back on that school bus too, man. Like, she was ready to get back on it the next day. And she's been ready to go back to school. She's been in so much pain, though. I mean, they sent her home with some pain medicine. We had to turn around and call back up to the hospital and be like, look, you know, that pain medicine's not helping. Can you call in something stronger? Or call in something else. Or call in some more or something. Because they only called her in some for about 5 days. And she made them stretch like 7. But she was still in a lot of pain because, you know, she didn't want to run out all of a sudden, you know. Sure, she just didn't want to run out, you know, after 5 days, you know. Well, so they called her in the same kind of medicine, you know, they just called her in more. She took those. She didn't take all of them. But, you know, she took maybe 4 or 5 days worth, I think. I don't even think it was that many that she took. It might have been about 3 days worth. But anyway, it just wasn't helping her at all. And she was just like miserable and so much pain. She was like, Mom, this is not helping. You know, this is not working. Please help me. So I called the doctor's office, the hospital, and they called her in a stronger pain medicine. Okay? So they called her in strong pain medicine, went and got it. She's been taking it, you know. She's had them about 4 days now. And they're getting to the point where they're not helping her. So I've had to call them back. She wanted to go back to school today. So I called the doctor last week, and the doctor said, yeah, it'd be okay for her to go back to school. Well, she went back to school today, and when we got up at 6 o'clock this morning, I gave her pain medicine and some ibuprofen and some gabapentin, which is what she's supposed to take. And she said that it didn't take her pain away completely, which, you know, I've explained to her, you know, it's not supposed to take your pain away completely, you know, it's just supposed to be where it's tolerable. Well, she said about 8 o'clock, she was just in some bad pain. But she said that she pushed herself, you know, that she made herself last till she just couldn't last no longer. She called us at 12 o'clock to come get her because that's how much pain she was in. And when we got her in the vehicle, she looked at me and she said, "Mama, I don't know if I can stand coming back to school in this much pain." She said, "Either I need something stronger or I'm not going to be able to stay at school in this much pain." She said she was having a hard time breathing, because she was in so much pain because of her ribs being broke. Said her back was killing her. Because she was sitting in a wheelchair. So I called the doctor back and I talked to the nurse. And the nurse was like, "Well, we just caught her in something stronger." And, I explained it to her. I was like, "I know." I said, and she was okay, 2 or 3 days, She didn't really say anything at all about being in bad pain. I said, and then here it is, the 4th day, she's complaining about being in some real bad pain. I'm like, I don't know, maybe she's got a high tolerance for medicine or whatever you call it, because my son's like that. My son, he'll build up a tolerance to medicine like it ain't nothing. He can take medicine for a week, and the medicine will have to be changed again because his body gets used to it, and it just ain't doing him no good anymore. And, she could be like that. My son's like that. I know their biological dad's like that. I wish there was something else that I could do for her besides having to call the damn doctor. I mean, and they're getting to the point where they don't want to prescribe pain medicine, and I understand that completely. I don't want my daughter having to take pain medicine. But at the same time, I don't want her in pain either. This damn woman that hit that bus, I'm not going to say nothing out of the way about her, nothing like that. Because it just wouldn't be right. I mean, I guess it would be right, but it just ain't my place, I reckon. Not a good time to do it or something. Anyway, she was charged with a DUI. She was charged... Let me make sure I'm still recording. Yeah. She was charged with driving left of center, which means she crossed the center line. That was on Monday. And then the next day, she was arrested and charged. From what I hear, they originally tried to charge her with 19 counts of child abuse. 1 for each child on the bus. Then I was told that they changed it to only 2 counts of child abuse, 1 for each grandchild that she had in the car with her. And she was arrested and placed under a $10,000 bond. A young lady contacted me on Facebook yesterday or the day before, one of the 2 days, and informed me that she was out of jail. My honest opinion, I think the magistrate should try and find any way possible to to charge that woman for each one of the children on that bus. Look, Anchor. Because, I mean, that situation, it could have turned out a whole lot worse than what it did. I mean, y'all just had to have seen this school bus. The way it was laying on its side, smack dab in the middle of this driveway. Like there was nothing on the other side of this driveway keeping this bus from going down the embankment. And the bus driver says that, like, the bus driver told him, said, I didn't put that bus there. God put that bus there. And if you was to have seen the scene of the accident, you'd say the same thing. God had his hands on that bus that morning, guys. The good Lord kept that bus from going down that embankment, because the situation would have been so much worse if it would have went down that embankment. The good Lord above saved these children's lives that day. Well, guys, that's pretty much what I've been doing. The reason why I haven't been on posting any videos as of late. I wish I was in a more cheerful mood for you guys, but we're still dealing with a lot. She's got, and I forgot to mention, she also, 2 of her front teeth got chipped in the accident as well. So tomorrow, we have a dentist appointment to get that checked out. And then she's got 2 follow-up appointments throughout the month. And then later on in the month, there's a court date that I'm going to try and attend. I don't know what any good it would do. But, and I know I should be, I'm not trying, I really don't even know how to say what I'm trying to say. The lady's 56 years old. What she needs more than anything in this world is help. She needs help getting clean. And I wish there was something I could do to help her. I wish there was something I could do to help these children that are in pain. These children that are scared to get back on the school bus. I wish I could take away all their pain. I wish I could take away my daughter's pain. I wish I could take every single bit of it away. I would endure it all so she wouldn't have to. I would endure it all so none of them would have to deal with the pain. I would take on the pain of all 13 kids. All 13 of them. But, yeah, and this ain't a joke, guys. She does, and I'm not kidding. I'm not making light of the situation. My daughter runs the risk of being paralyzed because of this. the doctors don't want her picking up anything. When she was in school today, she had to be in a wheelchair. And she had to put her book bag on the back of the wheelchair, and her friend wheeled her around school and helped her with her books and things. Like, she can't even pick up her books. This is driving my daughter crazy because she's a very independent young lady. But, well, guys, I believe it's time to cut this video a little short. Go ahead and turn it off. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for sticking around and watching the videos and everything like that. Please keep these children and their families and my daughter in your thoughts and prayers for a speedy recovery and fast healing. And that right justice is sought after. I love you guys so much, and thank y'all for everything you've done. I hope to get back on top of these videos soon. Alright, guys, I love you. Peace. My finger's not working. There we go. Thanks, guys.